And even though I'm a mad genius, obviously I'm going to win.
Shut down everything in your brain and focus.
Then I have a shot.
All right, man, that was some good progress yesterday.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You know, we definitely had to start from scratch, change a few things for you. I know it was weird trying some new swings, but I think today, now that you kind of have a sense of, you know, the shots and being a little bit smarter with your shots, I think we can go over some strategy. Okay, having some sort of plan when we're out there. You tend to get a little bit crazy out there on the court.
Yeah. Aristotle says, great genius can't be without madness. So you ever hear of mad genius?
Well, you get the madness part covered.
You're going to find a mad genius right now. Let's go. Let's see what I can do.
Let's do this.
So Niko doesn't lack confidence, but I'm afraid sometimes his brain is just all over the place. It's just too much going on in there. And with pickleball especially, it's a lot of focus, it's a lot of patience. I haven't really yet seen that from him. It's like he can focus for about 4 seconds, then a squirrel runs by and he gets distracted. So we're gonna have to kind of rein him in a little bit. Trying my best though.
So first off, it's important for you to have a game plan yourself.
Okay.
So certain shots that you feel comfortable with or a certain pattern that you want to play with, but also you have to read the room a little bit. You have to analyze your opponent's strengths and weaknesses.
One of the biggest challenges I face with first impressions is trying too hard. Coming in too hot, trying to do too much. Sometimes you have that goal and it comes out and you just have to learn to take it down a notch and let other people talk and let other people teach you.
I didn't become US Open champion because I was more athletic than everybody else. I had to be smart.
Yeah.
I had to play everybody a little bit different and be very precise with what I'm doing. So strategy plays a huge factor.
Got it.
So what would you say is a strength in your game right now?
I'm feeling really good about, following through and drilling it. But, in the village, it's a little bit different. So,
well, the villages, the players are a little different than me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I might be a little quicker than
you're a world champion player.
So you've got to find a way, shut down everything in your brain and focus. Watch what I'm doing, figure out what shots am I good at, what am I not good at, okay? And also for you, understand yourself a little bit more.
Got it.
What are you comfortable with? What are you uncomfortable with? My first impressions with you.
Yeah.
I feel like tall guy. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have some reach.
Got it.
So you're gonna be a little more offensive out of the air than a lot of people. So I understand recognizing players' strengths and weaknesses because I understand my own game well enough. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. And I was kind of a little guy. I didn't have a lot of power. So I lured people into playing my game. I got the ball down. I made them dink a lot. I made them grind. When you start grinding and you get in those long dink rallies, it's all willpower. It doesn't even really matter how good you are anymore. It's how bad do you want it. There were a lot of matches where I feel like I simply just wanted it more than my opponent. Trust your reflexes, because they are good. I attack you, you usually get a good punch on it.
Got it.
So you've got to trust that. Okay, so understand, you got a good reach and quick reflexes and you're athletic. So you got to use that to your advantage as much as possible. Me, I don't have that. So I've got to use my quickness, my lateral movement, and my skill to keep the ball down to my advantage and grind players out. Okay, so you have an advantage that I don't.
Let's go. You really don't have a weakness, but I see if I could put it in your backhand and make you move, then I have a shot. I mean, that's the only shot I have.
So you say I don't have a weakness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that I see.
I have certain weapons that you're afraid of more than others.
Yeah.
So if, like you said, a little more afraid of my forehand. So that's already a good start. So you understand, keep it away from my strength. What shots do you like to hit that you want to try to get? So for me, for example, like you said, I like it in my forehand. So what do? I move my feet, I get around, I try to find those forehands as much as possible.
Very important lesson I've learned from Kyle is never, ever underestimate your opponent. Never go out there and look at someone and think anything other than you're going to go out there and have a good time with them. I think I've learned that the most of them, to go out there and just have fun and enjoy the journey. Really good people have told me along the way that it's not about the goal, it's about the journey. So I'm going to enjoy the journey.
Stay under control. Wow. So good. But look at that. But you're still moving forward through it. You're not backing away from it.
No,
you know
I'm
sticking with the plan.
Every time I move back in life, I find myself losing. Every time I hold firm and move forward, obviously I'm going to win. It has a lot to do with life. Pickleball's like life. You told me to look down, trust my gut, trust myself. And even though I'm a mad genius and I'm got a little craziness, I'm calming down enough to understand less is more.
So if you've got a big target to aim for, guess what? You're gonna miss big. If you've got a small target, your misses are gonna be small, but that's fine. So having that direction is so important, not just in pickleball, but in everything.
Yeah.
It's having that goal in mind and sticking with it. Awesome. Yeah, right here. I bet, follow it in, nice. Let's get some water. Much better. You just gotta stay focused on that target.
Yeah, I agree. I thought I was aiming, but I wasn't aiming. Oh, because I'm looking up the whole
Well,
time.
it makes you feel any better. When I went to college, I didn't even know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I just went to college. Everyone said I was supposed to go to college. Didn't really know what I wanted to get a degree in. And so I just was taking random classes, had no plan.
Okay.
And I just felt kind of lost.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't really know what to do, and I didn't know what the direction I was heading in.
Oh,
But when I found pickleball, I realized this is something that I want to invest my time in and stick with. Right? So what did I do? I said, you know what? I'm choosing this.
Okay.
I'm going to put everything I have into this, and whatever happens, happens.
yeah.
And a few years later, I found myself actually winning tournaments, winning the US Open.
Well,
But it was putting everything else, all the other distractions to the side, and just focusing on this one target in mind. Just like your jobs, having a specific target, sticking with it, not get carried away and distracted by everything else.
no matter how good you are at pickleball or how bad you are, grace is the most important thing that I've learned so far. It's important to get back up, ride that horse again. It's important to try and never give up. When you're out there and you're trying really hard, you make a mistake. There are two types of people. The people that are out there saying, shoot, I'm terrible, I hate myself. And there are other people like, I'm gonna get back on this, I'm gonna get it right. How do I get it right?
Niko is one of those people that definitely believes in himself, but there's times where he can also doubt his abilities. I mean, the power of dreaming it can take you so far. And Niko already has a little bit within himself, but he's still fairly new to pickleball, and so I've got to instill that confidence. He knows that he can do this.
It's all about confidence. Everything's about confidence. Life is about confidence.
When you have a goal and you know you put the work in, you should have confidence.
It's a 10,000 hour rule. I'm sure you've heard of that. You ever hear of 10,000 hour rule?
Enlighten me.
Anything you do for 10,000 hours, you will become a certified genius. That means if you want to be the world's greatest doctor, you have to put 10,000 hours of hard work into that particular profession.
If you put your 10,000 hours into pickleball, you're doing it the right way so you accomplish your goal at the end of it.
Exactly. That's why I got you, brother. Let's go.